Helen, here we are heading into the last week of the regular season. We've clinched a spot for the conference tournament. Um, but before we talk about what's coming up, let's look back at last week. Uh, Give us a review. We kind of had the lowest lows and the highest highs all within about a 4-day span. A tough game at Whitman on Tuesday, and then a great comeback win over George Fox on Saturday.
Yeah, Whitman was a tough game. I think just we were fatigued. Part of it was we were fatigued. I think the two big wins, close wins on the weekend, and then having lost Emily Guthrie the week before, just emotionally we were drained. It was just the first game where we just really couldn't generate the energy when we kind of had a lull, and then Whitman got really, really hot in the second half and just shot the ball extremely well, and we just didn't really answer back. But we were able to put that behind us pretty quickly and get really focused for George Fox. And while we had a lull in the first half, I thought we played really well, and especially on the defensive end after the first couple minutes of that game.
Now, every year you set goals as a team before the season starts, and you set your goals pretty high. You want to strive for something special. What does it mean for your team to accomplish one of those goals, going undefeated at home this year?
I think that was a big goal, and they hadn't set that goal for a long time, and so they were really focused on it. We talked about it a lot, protect your house, and I think they were equally as excited for that as to beat George Fox. We hadn't beaten George Fox for a while, and I think the seniors were probably a little bit more excited to beat George Fox because they'd never done it, and they weren't going to have potentially another chance. But I think for the overall team, just getting that protecting your home and going undefeated and going to an O on our court was really, really exciting. They really celebrated that, and it was written on the board as soon as I walked in, undefeated at home, and so that was really a big deal for us.
And now we've got a weekend down in Oregon at Linfield on Friday and Willamette on Saturday. Give us a scouting report on what we can expect from those two games.
Yeah, Linfield we only beat by 5 or 6 or 7. I don't remember the exact score here, and then they lost by 2 last week, and they're playing really well the second half of the season. They their power forward and their post are their leading scorers. They're pretty physical. They run a lot of zone, and so you have to attack it and shoot the ball well to be successful against them. And then Willamette's really different. They're going to play almost all man. They're going to a little bit more guard oriented, put the ball on the floor, get to the basket a lot with their guards, and so very different preparations. And so that's always a little bit tough when you're preparing for two very different teams. And then you just got to be mentally focused to go down and take care of business and try to get a sweep in our conference. Anytime you can get a sweep, it's never easy, regardless of what people's records are.